Hello, this is Nick995. For this video, I'm gonna be ranking all of my PS3 games. PS3 games, I'm gonna be ranking them down 52. I'm gonna be ranking down 52 to 1, either 52 or 53. 53, I think. Yeah, 52. And if you're watching this, please like, subscribe, share the video, share it all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I share the video all over. I'm gonna be going over the games. Like I'm gonna be going into, briefly, like a level design. Is the game boring or not, or is the game challenging? Like quick, like just quick. Especially for the earlier rank one. No, like for the worst rank ones, I'm gonna be like very quick on. I'm gonna try and be very quick. So number 52, no, Assassin's Creed 1. Boring, like a very boring game. Boring open world. The objectives on it is just bad. You have to, like mostly follow this person, go here, follow this, the same old boring level design. And then 51 is gonna be Assassin's Creed Revelation. So this one came with 2. This, if you don't know if you can see, Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2. No, yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed Revelations. So Revelations, same idea, same. It just have better mechanics. That's why like I rank this higher than Assassin's Creed 1. Next one, this is gonna be controversial, very controversial. But I didn't like Star Wars Force Unleashed. I didn't like it. I'm not saying, I know again, it's not a bad game. This is not a bad game. It's just, I found it boring. The movement is weird. The fighting I didn't like. The fighting mechanics I didn't like. It was, the level design is boring. Going here, going from point A to point B, fighting enemies. The same old. Although, like, I like the story behind it. I do kind of like the story behind it. Like this new kind of Sith apprentice or whatever, and Darth Vader is in it as well. There's references to the rebels or whatever. But yeah, number 50, number 50, number 49. Now we're gonna do, which I don't know where the hell it went, but Battlefield 4. 49 is Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4. Oh my god. If you play Battlefield 4, glitchy, the campaign doesn't work. The multiplayer I wasn't a fan of. I seriously don't know where the hell it went. But anyways, yeah. Glitchy, boring. And then there's a glitch with the campaign where the game won't save properly. That was very annoying. It was very, very, very annoying. Next game, number 48, Incredible Hulk. Oh, I really wanted to like this, but it didn't have that. It wasn't as, the open world, I wasn't that good. I didn't like how, what they were doing with Hulk or whatever. The level design was, although, like, it's an open world game, like, this is a full-on open world game. But the level design, my gosh. No, to be expected, like, you're mostly going around destroying things, but there's not a lot to it. There's not a whole lot to it. I can tell that this game I wasn't finished. Like, it needed more time. This is 2008, so this is early PS3 days. But like, it needed time, and it was it was for the older generations at the time. So for PS2, Xbox, the original Xbox. So the game kind of, they could tell it was kind of downgraded because of that. Next one we're gonna do Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan of it. Advanced Warfare. No, this is a very weird Call of Duty, but I didn't like the multiplayer. Although the campaign wasn't bad. The campaign wasn't bad. But and then I tried to mimic Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 3, but it's nowhere near as good. But yeah, there's a weapon. There's a lot of weapon variety, which is to be expected first-person shooter Call of Duty. And then they had the futuristic take, but nah, Advanced Warfare I didn't like. Next 4 games now. They're sports games. I like to rank sports games. I rank them all like side by side because I'm not really a big sports game. I don't really like sports games that much because every year they're the same thing, basically. Well, yeah. Basically, yeah. So for the next 4, they're gonna be like this. Rank number 46, 45, 44, and 43. So yeah, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, FIFA, Madden, and 2K, NBA 2K14. They all have lots of, you know. This one, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, has a huge roster, massive roster. FIFA 14, again, it's to be expected, like it's your typical FIFA game. If you're following FIFA back then, it's gonna be different. It'll be a different like from the FIFA now. So they, you know, like you have your Chelsea, Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, all those teams. Madden, yeah. So I just rank them all the same. Back to back, you know. Next one now, number 40. Okay, 43 now we're going. Assassin's Creed 3. I actually like this one, but overall, if I was to, you know, like this is a ranking, so this is a relatively low compared to everything else. I like the Aboriginals, you know, there's the American, you know, Revolution. You first start out as the villain, the British colonists, and then you really figure out that he's part of the Templars, and you become part of this Aboriginal tribe. Yeah, and then you switch to a character in this Aboriginal tribe. Then you have to basically help take down the Empire or slash a Templars. It was very nice. Collectibles, stealth. It implements stealth. You know, Assassin's Creed implements stealth with this open world. Mostly, there's a lot of like those. Again, there's a lot of those. Follow this person, go here. A trigger cutscene. Complete mission. Then this one, yeah, I introduce due to the era, so it's taking place in 1770s. So like you had guns. It was the early days of guns for that era. So yeah, Assassin's Creed 3. Next game we're gonna look at Red Faction 2. I don't really know which, or Armageddon, Red Faction Armageddon. Nice game. However, it was very quick, forgettable. I found the game very unforgettable. These 2 games really unforgettable. I like the healing. I like the you could repair things in the game and repair it. So let's say like if there was a structure that blew up, you could actually repair it with this kinesthetic or like this telekinetic ability or whatever, so you can see like the structure come back or whatever. But you fight necromorphs similar to Dead Space here, the necromorphs and all that. And like you're on like I believe it's Mars, and you gotta help fight. You gotta save a human civilization. But yeah, Red Faction, and it's a 3rd-person shooter. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh no, not 2. Where is that? Amazing Spider-Man 2. Relatively forgettable. But this is not a bad Spider-Man game. I mean, it had the slowdown effect. So you could slow down his perception of time. Then you could beat up bad guys easier that way. So like if your body get hit, just hidden that slow down time and mechanic. So there's barely any. It doesn't really offer much a challenge to it. Open world game, the swinging feels fluent, although the camera angle is broken. Spider-Man, because basically the camera's gonna be zoomed in, so you're not gonna see like a zoomed out version like of Spider-Man swinging. It's gonna be like completely zoomed in, so you can basically see like it comes close up to Spider-Man's back. Most of the time, like I would have liked to see the camera more zoomed out. And it's based on the Amazing Spider-Man movie 2012. So this is a movie game basically. Next game we're gonna look at Midnight Club. Midnight Club 4, which is right here. Midnight Club 4. a large selection of vehicles, lots to see. Los Angeles is beautiful. This is only Los Angeles. You don't go to Paris or Tokyo like unlike Midnight Club 2. But lots of customization. However, I would say motion blur is back in this one. Just like Midnight Club 3, which I didn't like. I don't know, like it just lost its edge. Like once Midnight Club 2 ended, the Midnight Club franchise just lost its edge. This one did not feel as good as Midnight Club 2, and it's not as challenging. So yeah, that's gonna be number 39. Alright, number 38 now. God of War Ascension. Oh, did I leave it downstairs? I have no idea. Oh yeah, Ascension is right here. Ascension, a prequel to the God of War series. So this would be the first God of War game chronologically. If you were to look at all of them, this would be the first God of War game, because the storyline or whatever starts with here. This God of War, you're looking for Ares is what's the name again? Ares is the Furies. So kind of Ares is how do you call it again? Minion. So you have to fight them or whatever. There's you're uncovering more like of Kratos' past, and this is technically God of War 5. No, this is 6. Was a prequel like to everything, so you really get to see everything what happens. But I didn't really like this one because again I just lost his edge. If you compare it to God of War 3, it just loses its edge. But you're back like with the traditional God of War puzzles or whatever. You're like a semi-open world hack and slash. Hack and slash didn't feel as good in this one. God of War 3 like it felt a lot more polished, and God of War 3 is 3 years older than this. And there's a glitch, and it's glitched too, which is why it's ranked low, because there's a glitch where you can't. You're supposed to go from here to you're supposed to go from jump. How is it again? You have to jump onto this one platform, but there's a glitch preventing you from doing that. So you can't progress. You can't progress. So yeah. Resistance 237. Resistance 2, challenging game. Fun, however, repetitive. Very, very repetitive. Like it's just mostly fighting waves of enemies, like in each mission. Shoot, say more. But the one thing about this, there's a glitchy part where like enemies just keep on spawning, like respawning. I think it's mission 7, so you cannot progress. So it's kind of like a glitch or whatever. Just keep on respawning like in such a tight area, you have no space. So yeah, it was kind of annoying. But yeah, our Resistance 2. This one didn't have the weapon wheel, so you can only hold 2 weapons at a time, unlike Resistance 3. God of War Origins, Resistance 2. So God of War Origins, which is right here. I rank these games, they're PSP remastered games. Fun games though, very fun. Small scale compared to the other God of Wars. Short, relatively short, but nice, like very nice, very well done. However, too quick. Both these games you can finish within 4 hours. I wish I would make them longer. There obviously isn't as many weapons that Kratos gets, but there is the traditional magic bar, But yeah, but I really like the the areas that you go to. Chains of Olympus looks at Atlas, and this one looks more at God of War, Kratos' mother and his brother. So yeah, but there again another like some more prequels to the main God of War franchise. Next game we're gonna look at Lego Marvel. 35 around 35. Lots of heroes you can play as. Lots of challenges, time trials. There's a lot to see in this world, and it's open world, so you can basically play as any Marvel hero as long as they're unlocked or a villain. And then you unlock them through challenges or story challenges, story missions, progression. It was very fun. It was a very fun game. Especially, I like how you can fly if you're Iron Man. Basically, if you're Iron Man or what was it again? Iron Man, Thor, Silver Surfer, Jean Grey, any any character that can fly. As long as you select them, you can fly through the city. It's amazing. That's amazing. Next one we're gonna do Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Origins. I have to find here. Oh yeah, right here. Arkham Origins. Not as good as, obviously not as good as the first two Arkham games. However, this one though, it was very, you could tell that this one it was made by different companies. So it's Warner Brothers Montreal. The other ones were by Rocksteady, Warner Brothers of Montreal, but not Rocksteady or something like that. So it's kind of a side. So this is a prequel to the Arkham's franchise. It's fun. I'll give you that. It's fun, but forgettable. Forgettable mostly. The experience is forgettable. It really tries to capture the Arkham, like the traditional Arkham games, but it just doesn't work. But yeah, that's number 40. Now what am I saying? Number 34. Next game we're gonna look at X-Men Origins Wolverine. Origins Wolverine, nice game. Oh, hack and slash game. So it's like God of War. Very fun though. Lots to see. Different areas. And this is way better. It's a movie game, but this is way better than the movie game. Way better. You get to see Mystique, Trask, the Sentinels. However, there's a silly Deadpool fight at the end still. You go to Africa, and then what I like is there's the healing mechanics. So you can see Wolverine heal quickly. He basically heals, so as Wolverine from Marvel, he can heal from basically any type of physical damage. So like you see there's the animation mechanic where you see him heal quickly. Like he'll heal up slowly, and then so like you'll see like his skin grow back or his bones grow back. It's amazing. Yeah, number 32, Black Ops 2. Wow. Lots to see. Lots of games. Anyways, Black Ops 2, sequel to Black Ops 1. I didn't like the story in this one as much as Black Ops 1. However, it was still a good story. Lots of weapons, lots to see. There's a multiplayer is very fun too, as well. However, the zombies, what I like about Black Ops 1 is the zombies. As you see later on in the video, the zombies are what really makes Black Ops 1 special. This one, I did not like the zombies. The maps were not good. I didn't care for the challenges. They took away certain perks. Yeah, so that's why this one ranks lower, compared to that to a Black Ops 1. And just Black Ops 1, I just felt like the multiplayer worked better. Like in certain areas, it felt more challenging. This one didn't feel as challenging, but it really depends what if you like more challenging or not. But nah, Black Ops 1 is way better. Next one, we're gonna look at GTA 4. Grand Theft Auto 4. Oh no, that's not it. Really let I put it. Oh, GTA 4 is right here. I'm looking right at it. GTA 4. Not a bad game. GTA, open world game, third person shooter. This one looked at Nico's journey. He's an immigrant. He's coming into New York City, which is Liberty City. Very nice, but there was this one, it felt very underwhelming because the movement mechanics aren't that good. He moved very slow. The running I didn't like or whatever. The driving felt very, I didn't like the driving that much. The cars drive feel very heavy, like super heavy. You could barely turn. So there's like an extra drift. The customization, I didn't really like that much. However, like I will say that certain parts of the game I like. There's a little Jacob, there's a Russian mafia, there's another Italian guy, Ray Abacino or whatever. There's Nico's cousin, so it had a lot of likable characters. But nowhere near as good as GTA 5 or GTA San Andreas. And there's no plane, now you can't go in a plane. Helicopters are limited, and I feel like this one didn't have the proper, it didn't have as many weapons. There's a whole lot of gun variety in this one. But as you see, the DLC for this had way more. The DLC, which is like its own game, a game like of its own, had way more. Alright, GTA 4. Next one, God of War. Oh no, never mind. Hitman Absolution. Absolution. Woo! A fun stealth game. Very fun stealth. You can. There's like 5 different difficulties I like. There's a lot to see. There's, you know, I made it for the areas, the graphics, and this is 2012. The graphics are beautiful. And there's many different weapons as well. Lots of weapon varieties. You can use anything from a knife, a wrench. There's so many things, you know, that's used in this. And the stealth, however, the stealth is nowhere near as good as something like a Splinter Cell Blacklist. But, and the shooting mechanic is not that good. It's not the best. It's supposed to be a stealth-centered game. But yeah, Hitman Absolution. Number 30. No, actually number 29. Or 30. Never mind, 30. Ghost Recon Future Soldier is gonna be next. Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Third person game where you play. You're in a. The campaign is where, you know, like you're in a squad of 4. You go to different areas like Africa, Russia, South America. It's kind of like SOCOM basically. But it's more stealth. This is more stealth oriented. It's a future soldier, so you have many things like camo or whatever. There's lots of, there's, you know, what do you call it again? There's something where you can spot enemies through walls. There's a advanced visual system or whatever. There's like this walking tank kind of drone where it basically does a lot of damage or whatever. But man, like it had a lot of like high pack moments, like I would say, like high action pack moments, like watching a Hollywood movie. Yeah, and then it has kind of like a wave mode, like a Spec Ops, which was fun. It adds replayability to certain areas. Next game we're gonna look now, 20. I don't remember which number, but 28. Or yeah, 28 Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum. Ooh. Arkham Asylum. I didn't like Arkham Asylum as much as Arkham City, but Arkham Asylum, it still has its ups and, you know, like it still has that traditional Arkham feel to it, because it, you know, this is the first Arkham game. But what I didn't like about this is the mechanics. I didn't like the movement mechanics. Batman moves very slow. He grapples slow. I didn't like the boss battles. It's just mostly those Titan bosses where you gotta throw the batarangs at them to, you know, slow them down. Yeah, so the boss battle, I said, you know, the boss battles could have been more. You could have added more variety to it. But aside from those complaints, that's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. And if you like, you know, like if you're a big Batman fan and you love this story, this is probably the best. This one probably had the best story out of all the Arkham games. Joker and the Asylum, he breaks free. There's Zaz, there's Bane, there's Killer Croc, there's Scarecrow. So many Batman villains that you see. I really like that. There's even the what was it again? Poison Ivy boss, which I really liked. But yeah, that's gonna be number 27. Battlefield 3 is gonna be number 26. If I can find it, yeah, Battlefield 3 is gonna be number 26. Fun multiplayer, lots, you know, Campaign is bad, however. But lots of weapon designs, lots of areas to see. You go to France, England, Russia. I don't remember the I don't remember the areas, but like I remember like what the maps look like. They're big maps. You got then you got your Rush Conquest. There's so many things. There's like there's a lot of different multiplayer modes. Yeah, Battlefield 3 and way better than Battlefield 4. Way better. Number 25 now. We're gonna go Mercenaries 2. Mercenaries 2. We're gonna make a separate review. Mercenaries 2, open world game. You're in Venezuela. What makes this game unique is calling on airstrikes. It's so fun. So fun calling on airstrikes and seeing planes, like tanks blow up and buildings. You can destroy buildings. Mercenaries 2, man. So many memories of this game. You can even call down drops. So there's a mechanic where you call down. You throw down like a smoke grenade and then drop, like some sort of a supply comes or whatever. Your pilot or whatever will deliver you something. And then like you have a helicopter pilot and a jet pilot. So the jet pilot brings on airstrikes. The helicopter pilot will bring you, a fast travel. Will give you fast travel and then will drop you supplies. It's very fun, but it's not really challenging. Like you basically bullets burn, so you can take a lot of bullets, before dying. So it's not a challenging game. Very easy. As far as I know, there's no difficulty. There's only the neutral difficulty. So yeah, but fun game, like really fun game. But, again, the movement mechanics could have been better. The shooting could have been better. But yeah, Mercenaries 2. Next one we're gonna look at MK9. Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9. Arguably, this is the first Mortal Kombat I played, so I don't know any of the other Mortal Kombat games before this. I played this, MK10 and MK11. But yeah, huge roster, lots of modes. There's a tag team modes. I like the story. Basically, like, the main tournament mode where the Earthrealm fighters, they have to fight off the Outworlders or whatever. Then in this one, basically, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn is like the main villain or whatever. But it's really setting up, spoiler, Shinnok. It sets up Shinnok at the end. And Raiden has to, stop a Shao Kahn. That Shao Kahn though was hard. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 9. Prototype 2. Open world game, a super powered game, so you have superpowers. You can run up walls, you can glide, you can slice things in half. It's amazing. You're super durable. However, since with all those powers, the game doesn't offer much of a challenge. It's very easy. It's a relatively easy game. But there's a lot of arcade modes that you can do due to the Radnet DLC. There's skins as well, customization. There's lots of upgrades as well. But I really like the sense of progression. This one added mutations. So mutations basically give you buffs or whatever, or will give you I would extend your the abilities of your main powers. Prototype 2. But I didn't like this because spoilers. The story in this wasn't as good as 1 because they flipped it. So the main guy in 1 becomes bad in this one, which was weird. I'm gonna do a separate review on this. Prototype 2. Next game, GTA San Andreas Remastered. To be honest, I don't even know where it is. Oh my god. Well, yeah, GTA San Andreas Remastered. It's basically like San Andreas. Yeah, so it's basically the PS2 version of San Andreas, but remastered for PS3. I should rank this with PS2, but I have it for PS3. So fun game, really, a really fun game. If you guys know GTA, this is classic GTA. Lots of vehicles, lots of guns. Although, like I would have ranked this higher, or however, what I didn't like is the mechanics. Now, granted, like this, it's an older game remastered, so the graphics is gonna suffer. But still, I didn't like the movement and mechanics. He kind of moves kind of slow. The shooting isn't that. The shooting controls take a time to get used to. The story is good. I would say I'll give it that. The story is very good. One of the best GTA stories. But yeah, San Andreas. Episode from Liberty City, another GTA game. This is the DLC to GTA 4. What I like about this is it added lots of weapons. You had the explosive shotgun, which basically blows up things. Explode, so you can leave a massive dent like in a car. If you use this shotgun. There's a grenade launchers. There's more planes. There's more vehicles. There's a lot more sports vehicles. It adds, which is beautiful. You can really see where, like, through this they added. There's a biker gang, so you can play as 2 more characters. Along with Nico, there's Luis Lopez, and then there's the biker gang guy Johnny. And then like, you really get to see different perspectives like of the of the story. So there's a part where they have to steal like this diamond or whatever. So there's different perspectives, point of view. So you can see it in one campaign. You see there's like you're seeing it through as a guy that's making the deal. Then like through the other campaign, you're the biker gang guy. You're trying to break up that deal. So like you wanna. Or it's the other way around, one of them. But yeah, but it's very. I like the alternate perspective, and you can see where they're setting up multiple protagonists in this one. Although there's no switch, there's not the like hold down on the directional button. Like like if you hold down, you get to switch to different characters. No, you gotta go to the main menu and choose like which campaign you want to play. But yeah, good, very good. Just Cause 2. Next. We're on 19, I believe, now. Just Cause 2. Huge open world. It's probably the biggest open world ever that you'll ever play in. Lots of sea. Lots of nice sceneries. You're in, I believe it's somewhere in South Asia. Panau or whatever, the Panau Islands. And it's a 400 square kilometers, so that's massive, like for a video game open world. Huge, huge, huge. I will say that this one, the one flaw about this one is that it's not challenging. And plus there isn't a whole lot to do outside like of the main story. But like the main thing with this is that you're gonna have a lot of fun. There's a grappling mechanic. You can grapple onto any surface as long as you're in range. So you're not gonna be running most of the time. You're gonna be grappling from area to area. You're gonna be you're driving. And there's so many vehicles. There's planes, jets, jet skis. There's planes that. Oh no, never mind. No, there's the massive plane. There's tanks. There's so many things that you can see, or that you can go in. There's not a whole lot of weapon variety. There isn't a whole lot of weapon variety. But yeah, man, the grappling is what really makes this game so special. Grappling onto anything. The grapple zipline. Next game now, Red Dead 1. Whoa, Red Dead 1. We're running on 18. Red Dead 1. You guys are Red Dead 1, right? But this one comes with the DLC. Western game, third-person shooter, open world game. However, very isolating. You really get the isolating feel. Nowhere near as good as Red Dead 2, but still. The shooting feels solid. It reminds a lot of Max Payne and those traditional Rockstar games. Very solid. Yeah, Red Dead 1. I have to replay this sometime. Red Dead 1. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3. Oh, I love this so much. It's a very challenging game. Lots of cars to see. You know, well, lots of cars to unlock. So there's different tiers. There's which the highest is, I believe, is the exotic tier. There's a main. You know, you start out, and then the more you race through the campaign, there's racer and there's police. So the more you race through each campaign, the more points you get or whatever, or bounty points, and then the more likely you are to unlock that next tier. You see every car, and it's almost like every like main sports car brand in this one. BMW, you got like BMW, Mercedes, Benz, McLaren, Lamborghini, Pagani. It's so many. Bugatti. The Veyron is, and this one is a killer. It's a killer. Jesus, I think it's oh man, it does. That's like a speedster. It's amazing, amazing. But anyways, yeah, that's number 17. Number 16 on God of War 1. First two God of War games. I'm gonna rank them side to side. Again, PS2 remastered. God of War 1. Great. Great game, long game. This is probably the longest God of War game that you'll play. It feels like this game never ends. But you know, typical hack and slash. Although this one didn't have as good bosses as God of War 2. God of War 2 had better bosses. It expanded more like on the gameplay. There's obviously different, there's different weapons that you get. There's different magical attacks that you get or whatever. It was very fun. They're both, they did very good job at it, you know. But yeah, God of War collection. Next one we're gonna look at now. Far Cry 3. You're on 14 now. Mining now. God of Far Cry 3 open world game, first person. What made this? Damn it! What made this so unique? I never seen a first, aside from Skyrim and maybe Fallout. I never seen a first person like open world, modern, like taking place like in a modern setting. Like type of game, because everything is first person. Like when you drive is in first person, there is no third person view. But I really like the stealth. It masters the stealth so like nice. It's a challenging game. You're gonna die a lot. Like if you don't, and what I don't like, you run out of bullets. Bullets is very scarce. Unless if you get the enemy's gun, the enemy gun can make it easier for you, because you basically, that's kind of like scavenger. You basically pick up, like a weapon, like bullets, like when you walk over fallen enemies like with the same gun. It's fun, and the story too. You're like these North American teenagers. They're going to party, but then one of them gets split up, and then you have to play as one of them. You have to try and find what happened to the other teenagers, because there's this militia group that captured you. But yeah, Far Cry 3. And the world is beautiful. Graphics are nice. Next one, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. What I love about this is Spec Ops. Spec Ops, the campaign multiplayer. Like all three great aspects of the game. You had Vladimir Makarov as the main villain. You try to tie it up. I try to finish up, what's his name? Captain Price's story. However, they, due to the reboot, they kind of brought the story back. I'm not sure if the reboot is a prequel or a sequel. The one that came out 2019, but yeah, fun, very fun. Spec Ops is amazing, with the wave mode. The multiplayer is so nice. Lots of weapon variety. Campaign is so I really like the campaign because you really feel that World War III feel to it. Like the world is gonna end. There's political drama. There's the threat of terrorism. Like your typical Call of Duty game. Next one we're gonna be doing Metal Gear Rising. Yeah, Metal Gear Rising, man, special. I talk a lot about this. Cyborg Samurai. It's Hideo Kojima, so the same company that made Metal Gear. I'm surprised they don't have a single Metal Gear game. Metal Gear Solid game. Metal Gear Rising is a variant of Metal Gear Solid, but it's not a completely Metal Gear Solid. but it takes place in the same universe. But yeah, arcade, hack and slash type, semi-open world game. The bosses is what really made this game so special. Like, I look up my top 10 bosses video, our top 50, our top 10 bosses, like in games. It's amazing. Lots of upgrades, skins, DLC, fun, very fun. Uncharted 3 now. Semi-open world. You guys know Uncharted 3. Semi-open world action adventure, fun. Lots of weapon design. No, what am I saying? Lots of weapon variety. So there's stealth. It implements stealth, and you're gonna be doing a lot of jump climbing and platforming. I really like the aspects to like where you go to these deserted lands and these uncharted territories where nobody's been for hundreds of years, and you're trying to find treasures. Basically like Indiana Jones. I really like that feel to it. Then you got like armies after you or whatever to try and steal this gold or treasure. Yeah, Uncharted 3. Battlefield by Company 2. Battlefield by Company 2. Fun campaign, fun on multiplayer. The campaign isn't as good as Battlefield 1. Great maps, lots of maps. Like, this is probably the Bad Company franchise. They stopped making them. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing, but they stopped making them, which is a big mistake. The Bad Company, they need to bring them back. Yeah, lots to do, so much. The campaign, I spent endless hours in the multiplayer, endless hours. Yeah, Bad Company 2. Where we at now? Last of Us Part 1. Okay, we're wrapping up now. Last of Us Part 1. Zombie game. Stealth. It's a horror game, kinda. But it's horror action adventure. Very nice. I love that it uses the crafting system, so you can craft bomb, there's medic, there's there's these medic boxes, or healing kits that give you more HP. And then there's the the story is amazing. Like, you really feel the suspense, just like with Uncharted. There's a lot of suspense. But you guys know Last of Us. Great game. A very good game. Prototype 1. It's gonna be weird. I rank Prototype 1 higher than, but I really like Prototype 1. Prototype 1. Open world. I think I uploaded a review for Prototype 1. I might have to, but Prototype 1 is open world. You have superpowers. I would say Prototype 2. But this one is more challenging than Prototype 2. And this guy, Alex Mercer, becomes bad in Prototype 2, spoilers. But it's weird. They should have kept it weird. They kept him like as a main protagonist. I like the boss battles. I like the shape-shifting mechanic. You can turn into other people. Or you can shape-shift into people. Disguise, the military disguise is very nice. I really like the way how they implemented that. We're almost done. Number 7. Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Woo! What I love about this is the zombies. The zombies is what makes it so special. The multiplayer is great. But really the zombies, I love the arcade format. And I like Dead Ops. That might be popular, but I like Dead Ops. I really like Dead Ops. Why I rank this over Modern Warfare 3 is because the zombies mode. It was amazing. And then you get to play, I never owned World at War. The World at War game. But with World at War, you had those standard 4 main maps. Through DLC of this, you get to play in those maps again. So there's Der Rise and Verrückt. You get to play on those maps again. And the campaign, I love it because there's a lot of psychological warfare going on, with the main character, and some things aren't as they seem. They might seem true, but they're not. There's hallucinations. There's memory control. There's a CIA. There's references to the Cold War. But yeah, Great. GTA 5, number 6. You guys know GTA. You guys know it. Great game. This great game. Story like this, like they should make a movie on this. And they should make a movie, and the especially Trevor, like they feel so real. The characters feel so real. The world feels so real. And I wish I lived in Los Angeles. I'm stuck in Ontario, but man, I wish I lived here in Los Angeles. It's endless warm weather. Oh my god. GTA 5, Batman Arkham City. Arkham City. Man, what I love about this one is, it really focused on, like it really did that, like it really made that little part of Gotham feel so real. And then like I really love the opening scene, like where you see Bruce Wayne, he breaks out of the Arkham City jail or whatever, and then like you see him, you know, like he's fighting these thugs, and then it's like Bruce Wayne, Batman is like the greatest, like he's one of the best martial artists ever. And so there is no fighting Batman one-on-one unless you have superpowers. But I really like the fighting feels so real. It feels very smooth. The fighting mechanics, the movement feels very smooth. The grappling, they added the grapple boost, so now you can grapple a lot faster with Batman. I like this one had great bosses. Rachel Gold, Mr. Freeze. There's the one where you go after Hugo Strange. Just kind of like a mini boss more, but there's Zaz. Well, there's more challenger bosses too. There's Zaz like with the telephone, but yeah, great game. And on top of that, you got the challenge modes as well. You got the Riddler. You got the challenge modes. Asylum has this too, which I forgot to mention. But the challenge modes, oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, this one though, you play as. You can play as Catwoman, Batman, Nightwing, Robin. There's a different skins as well for each one. There's time trials, there's fight, there's combat type trials or waves, and there's predator mission. There's predator stealth mission, which is basically, yeah, so it's stealth. So you gotta do a certain thing before you can for you to get 3 stars. And for each challenge there's a 3-star system, so you want to get the maximum 3-star. Next game, Infamous 2. Oh, I forgot to rank a game actually. I wish I'd do at the end. I'll look at the end. Infamous 2. Super powered game. I talked about this the other day. Just I look up my review for that. Lots of powers, lots of upgrades, lots of and the open world feels very nice. But I just love superpowered based games. I love like when you play as someone with superpowers. Cause I'm a big comic book fan. DC, Marvel. Next one I'm gonna look at now. Top 3. God of War 3. Second best God of War game behind God of War 4. Lots of progression. Lots of upgrades. Lots of different enemy design. Great bosses. The Hades. Poseidon. Zeus. Kronos. Like lots of that Hercules boss fight. I love what I love about this one. It really tries to capture the Greek mythology aspect. Like the Greek mythology aspect of it. Like really does a good job. And this one, Kratos, he's gonna, since he was betrayed by the gods in previous games, he's come back for vengeance against the gods. A great game. This one was, so it's basically the same mechanic I got over 1 and 2, but the graphics is a lot better because it's 2010. This is like in the peak of PS3 generation. And this is one of the most advertised games for PS3. Man, I gotta make a separate review on this too. Great game. Number 2 in the top 2. Bad Company 2. No, Bad Company 1. I never played a multiplayer more than this. I could play the multiplayer on this all day. It's challenging as hell. Lots of maps you go on. you play as, there's 3 factions. There's a Russian American, and there's a Middle Eastern faction. So mostly you're gonna be like, most of the time you're US versus Russia, or you're Russia versus US. There's Rush. I love the Rush. No, I might seem weird that I put this over back on me too, but I just like the vehicle. This one for the mechanics. Well, I don't know, like this one just felt more special to me. Maybe because this is the first PS3 game that I've owned or that I've played, or second one. So I have lots of memories with this. Lots of memories. On top of that, the campaign. Oh, you have, it really feel like you got those cartoonish characters. Oh, it's not a cartoon. I mean, they're kind of like funny or whatever. Haggard, Sweetwater, they bring so much personality out to the game. Then you got the Angry Sarge, Redford, and you play as the new guy, or whatever. What's his name? I can't remember his name. I can't remember the name of the main character. Oh my god. Was it Wilson or anyways? Yeah, but anyways, you're in there, and then you got there's so much chemistry between, a group of 4. Now, but you're new to it, then you basically see how the Sarge treats the 2 guys, Sweetwater, Haggard, and they're basically going from area to area. You can drive to different areas. As you're not walking throughout the entire map. It's kind of semi-open world, but you're going from area to area. Yeah, Bad Company 1. Man. And EA come on, bring back Bad Company. Bring it back. And obviously, number 1, Skyrim. You guys heard me talk about Skyrim many times. But yeah. My favorite game of all time. Endless hours into this. You could just, man. Don't play this game if you have to study for something, or like if you have work or whatever. This game you would just be addicted to, like it just keeps you attached to it. It's amazing. And I forgot, my apologies. So those are all the 52 games, or 51 games, but I forgot to rank 1. This would be somewhere between 19 and 25. Infamous 1, which I gotta make a separate review on.